We've talked about, we need to see him be more consistent, this and that. But specifically, is there anything, is it the short throws, is it the easy throws that you would walk into next season or this offseason and say, you know what, it wasn't a good rookie year, but I feel like they could have something.
Well, we said this, we were talking about this in the break, and Deuce had talked about how Trevor Lawrence is having a bad year, right? And he's like, but I don't hear reports about Trevor Lawrence not being able to throw out the ball to running backs out the backfield or dink and dunk throws. He's not seeing the windows. He's not making the accurate throws. That's timing. That's development. We're talking about a guy who we drafted #1 that we don't know if he can throw the ball in significant spots to relatively people who are open. That one.
Did you see the swing? The Berrios just like.
Even they talked about the Griffin throw. He goes, well, he startled me, so I just popped it into it. Bro, you're live. This is live bullets. This isn't.
Say 707.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but to your point, right? We go back to the Houston Texans game when he first came back. We saw some of the issues that he had in that game, in this game, with his footwork and mechanics. Like, it was all over the place. Like that run to Ryan, pass to Ryan Griffin, he was trying to sidearm it and throw it like that. And then the Berrios throw, yes, it's a screen play. You got to get the ball out of your hand. Plant your foot and then drive and let that ball go. His footwork was all over the place, where last week versus the Eagles, his footwork was on point. He was able to throw an accurate pass from within the pocket. But that's on him. Like, he has to fix that week.
That's on Beck.
But my thing is,
I want to check. I'll come coach the linebackers. Give me 100, 200, six digits to go.
But why did he do it right last week and then do it right this week?
It wasn't. Listen, the second half he didn't do it right.
We didn't get the ball the whole third quarter.
He didn't play all third.
So I'm saying, like, if we've seen you do it, why can't you be consistent?
Every player in the NFL can do something good every once in a while. The great ones are able to make the
100%. So again, is that 100% on coaching or is that on the player?
Well, he got his own personal coach. He ain't got a coach. He literally coaches nobody else. He literally talks to nobody else.
But Beck can't take the snap.
I'm gonna hold him.
But what you can do is have him have a clear understanding when the ball's in his hand and there's these minute throws that should extend drives and keep the rhythm in the game. You're failing at it. So it's up to Bart's point. Why are we not making these throws? But I can get you to throw a 20-yard ball.
And I get that, right? And we said that the Houston Texans game. But what happened the next week? He came back and made those throws. But then this week he's not making them. So that's the inconsistency of the player.
And to Bart's point, get John Beck the hell out of there because
I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying, like,
because he ain't doing it. He did his job once.
You're right. I agree. Some of it's on coaching, but the player has to take it. It's like we talked about, right? When you're a young player and you want to progress, like, you cannot, like, this week I messed up on these throws. I want to be better here. Next week I want to take another step. Like, you can't take a step and then the following week come back and be like, well, I'm going to revert back to what I was doing versus the Houston Texans.